So I called today Blog on the Run because I'm sitting in a hotel room in New Orleans. I just spent the day in Lafayette, Louisiana, making a presentation for a new project. And I decided to add a couple of days on to the end of it to stay in New Orleans. I haven't been here for a while, and so I just booked a room. I didn't realize at the time that it's also Mardi Gras, so after 3 minutes, I'm out the door to see what's going on the streets tonight. Whenever I travel, I tend to look for different things and look for things that probably aren't the norm in the way a lot of people travel. And the hotel I'm in is an 1880s carriage house and dry goods warehouse that's been converted to a loft hotel. And the reason I chose this is because it's all about design. They actually leave you this little blueprint in the room that explains about the design of the hotel, about why they made certain decisions, why they chose the plumbing fixtures, the light fixtures, the paint colors, everything in it. They made a conscious decision about everything. The electronics that are in it, the bed linens, the robes that are in the wardrobe. Everything was about design. So in their little blueprint, I have decided it was written by the architect because it's full of the normal architectural rhetoric and mumbo jumbo that we quote all the time in design. But they have a couple quotes from David Hockney about our perception of space has an incredible effect on us. Ultimately, it is about our identity, who we are, and why we are, which I think goes to the root of my philosophy on design, where everybody is a designer. Believe it or not, I said that. Everybody is a designer. Some people are just better designers than others. And I don't mean architecturally or interiors or anything. I think every aspect of everyone's lives is designed, and you choose to be the designer of it. You choose to design your career in life, where you go to school, how you go through that path, and ultimately go into a career. You're designing that. You design your daily routine about what you do during the day, how you do it. You design what you wear, what you drive, the house you live in. And it's not just about, I live in a colonial house, I live in a modern house. It's about all the aspects in it. And you make those decisions based on design. Now, going back to everybody's a designer, some people choose to take a one-sided approach to it, and they look at things the way, kind of the safe way, the way everybody, not everybody, but the way a lot of people look at it. A good designer, to me, is someone who looks at things from a different angle, from a different perspective. They choose to look at things outside the norm, outside the regular way of doing it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's not necessarily right or wrong. It's a different way of looking at it. You may not like the car somebody else drives, but they probably have a good reason for doing it, whether it's the cost of the car, the gas mileage of the car, or just the design aesthetic of the car. You definitely make decisions based on design. So my message in this is, whenever you're confronted with a decision that you can use design to make that decision, look at it from a different perspective. Try it not in the way you would normally approach it, but look at it from a different angle, look at it from a different viewpoint, and see what the outcome is. It may not be what you expect, it may not be what you like, but you can always redo it. You can get up tomorrow and change the routine and do something else. So you have the ability to change it, and that's part of design too, is because design sometimes is about change. So everyone, like I said, everyone is a designer. It's just whether you're a good designer or a not so good designer. And I think that difference between a good designer and a mediocre designer is where creativity comes in, and hopefully I can cover that in one of the future blogs. So now, since I am sitting in a hotel room in New Orleans, my design choice is to leave the room and go see what's going on in the street and see what Mardi Gras really is about in New Orleans. So next time we'll see where I am and what I'm doing. Later.